everyone. In the last video, we have studied about pie chart. Okay, so in this video, we are going to study about chance and probability. Okay, so now basically, what is probability or what is chance? Okay, I'll give you a situation. Okay, that tomorrow you will go to school. Is it sure that you will go to school? Right? That we can get to know tomorrow only, right? That yes, you will reach school or not. It means you might be reaching or not reaching, right? Something happened at home, like suppose your cousins have come, so you wanted to play with them, right? It means you are not going to school. So you can go or not. So what are these? These are the certain conditions. Okay, so now what is basically probability? Probability means like what are the chances of happening an event? Okay, like yes, you might go or not. 50-50. What we will say? It's 50-50. So 50-50 is what? It's a probability basically. So what is basically probability? Probability is chances of occurring an event is basically probability. Okay, now let's go with some terminologies which we use here. Now see, when we do any trial, okay, or any event is happening, right, where we have no control over result, okay, that is known as random experiment, right? For example, if I'm tossing a coin, it is not in my hand that head will come or tail will come, right? I cannot tell definitely that head will come or tail will come. So what it is, here I have no control over result. So basically such type of events are called random experiment. If I'm throwing a dice, there can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number, no control over result. So it is a random experiment. Okay, understood what is basically random experiment. Now, after doing this random experiment, what are the possible result? Okay, that is known as possible outcomes here. For example, if you try to start a scooter, what are the possible outcomes? It will start or not start. Only two outcomes. When a dice is thrown, what are the 6 possible outcomes? It can come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Right? So these are the 6 possible outcomes. Now, when you spin a wheel shown, what are the possible outcomes? Here, A can come, B can come, or C can come. So there are 3 possible outcomes. Now, fourth, you have a bag with 5 identical balls of different color and you are to pull out a ball without looking at it. Without looking at it means it is random experiment. If you are looking and then picking, then it is not random experiment. Okay. Without looking at it, list the outcomes you would get. I can get white color ball or red or blue or green or yellow. Any. Okay. So there are 5 possible outcomes. Okay. Now next, equally likely outcomes. Equally likely outcomes means where we have equal chance of happening or coming the outcome of like coming each and every outcome. For example, if I'm tossing a coin, whatever the chances are there for coming head, the same chances are there for tail. If I'm throwing a dice, chances which is for 1, it is same for 2, for 3, for 4, for 4, 5, for 6, right? So these all are called equally likely outcomes. For example, suppose this is a spinning wheel. Okay. Now here, few of the numbers are written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If I ask you what are the chances of coming even number, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 8, there are 4 numbers even. It means equally likely. Whether it is coming even number or odd number, it is equally likely. But if I ask you the number which is more than 6, there are two numbers. It is not equally likely. Getting my point? Equally likely means which have equal chance to come. Okay? Yes, those are equally likely. Now, yes, now come to the probability here. So what are the outcomes and event? Now, each outcome of an experiment or a collection of outcomes make an event. For example, if we are tossing a coin, getting a head is an event, getting a tail is also an event. Okay? It means what is the condition? Condition is we are tossing a coin. Now, what are the events? It can be getting head or getting tail. That will depend upon our desired result. It is chance is basically this event is basically our required result. If I'm asking that what is the probability of getting head, okay, then it is event. If I ask you what is the probability of getting tail, then it is an event. So whatever is the required result is called event. Okay, outcome as events, right? Okay, so here condition is tossing a coin. Okay, if tossing a coin, so here outcomes are head or tail. My question is, I need to find the probability of getting head. In that case, getting head will convert into event. If my question is getting the what's the probability of getting tail, then getting tail will convert into event. So whatever is your possible requirement, that will convert into event. Okay? Yes. Now, one example, a bag has 4 red, 2 yellow balls. A ball is drawn from the bag without looking into it. What is the probability of getting a red ball? Is it more or less than getting a yellow ball? Okay. So before this, we will see that yes, what is probability? So basically, probability is total outcomes. It means here head and tail. And it is in the denominator, and in the numerator, it will be favorable outcome. Favorable outcomes. I'll explain you outcomes. Now see, for example, my question is, I'm tossing a coin. What is the probability of getting head? So event is getting head. Okay, so probability of event. P denotes probability. E denotes event. What is the event? Getting a head. Okay. Now total outcomes. How many outcomes are there? 1, 2. So there are 2 outcomes. Now I want to know about getting head. So how many times head is coming here? How many times head is coming? 1 time. So there are only 1 favorable outcome. So probability is what? Half. Right? Now here it is saying there are 4 red balls and 2 yellow balls. Now you are picking a ball from it. It means your experiment is picking a ball. Okay. Now total outcomes, TOD means total outcomes. How many total outcomes? 4 red and 2 yellow. There are 6 outcomes, right? There can be 6 balls, 6 outcomes. Now our event for which we will write favorable outcome. Event is what? What is the probability of getting a red ball? Event is what? Getting a red ball is event. Okay. So now here, how many favorable outcomes will be there? Red ball, there are 4 red and 2 yellow. So favorable outcomes will be 4. Now you can find the probability of this event is what? Favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. That is 4 divided by 6, which is 2 by 3. So the probability of getting a red ball is 2 by 3. Clear? Okay. Is it more or less than getting a yellow ball? Okay, let's check. I need to find. Now, this time my event is changing. Event is getting, this is one, a yellow ball. So how many favorable outcomes will be there in that case? Yellow ball, there are 2 yellow balls. Okay. So now if I see probability of this event, which event? Getting a yellow ball. Favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes, 6. It is 1 by 3. So now you need to compare which one is more, 2 by 3 or 1 by 3. Obviously, when denominators are same, okay, when denominators are same, we see the numerator here 2 and here 1. So obviously 2 by 3 is more. It means getting a red ball, probability of getting a red ball is more than getting a yellow ball. Right? It's clear? Yeah, very good. Now, where you can find these chance or probability in our real life. For example, if we take exit poll, right? You must have heard in the during elections that exit poll results. What does it mean? It means like here survey, right? Like a survey has been done, or like we'll find that yes, these many people have voted. Now these many people wanted to vote to this particular party or this particular party, and accordingly, okay, it means these many must have given this one. So this is basically what idea they are finding, and then accordingly they tell, okay, this party can win. So that is basically what probability. For example, if we see meteorological department, they predicts weather. How? By observing the trend from the data over many years in the past. How can they say? They just observe the trend. Okay, this time this happens, this time this happens, this time this happens. So what is basically probability? Occurring of an event. So like this, they just think, they just guess, okay, this now as the same thing was happening from last these many years, so this thing can happen. So like that they predict. Okay, so I hope you understood what is chance, what is probability, how to calculate probability, right? And what are the different terms used in probability. Okay, so in this video, that's all. So in next video, we'll start exercise 4.2. So till then, bye-bye, take care and do revise.